Hello traders, Stoyan Nikolov here. Today I'm gonna show you part of my watch list and why it's important to create it. The question is it important to have a watch list and how does it help us? Have you ever opened trades out of boredom? You don't have open positions and someone says buy Tesla or sell Apple and we just open some position, it doing without much thoughts. We entering in the market just to don't miss something. Here I want to emphasize that any trade opened by boredom is a mistake. That's why our watch list helps us to be more disciplined. We know that we have something to trade. We plan our positions and when things go as we expect, we find a place to open our trades. As you can see, in my watch list, I've set aside 50, maybe 60 stocks that I watch. This number is always like that. Some are dropped from the list, some are added, and every day I check, search between 200, 300, even 500 different stocks, look at them until I find something that catches my eye and adds it to my watch list. For example, do I see anything on this chart or not? Do I recognize something in the next chart? Still don't. We continue to the next chart, and again, do I find something that I recognize? Until we find something that impresses to us. Then I keep searching and continue to the next chart and the next chart, and so I accumulate a database. After comparing the watch list, I analyzed the charts. We are starting to follow how things are developing. For example, we have some movement here, an impulsive advance, then the correction, which I expected to be deeper, and accordingly it might be not over yet. I had other expectations, but I'm consistently updating what I see. If it so happens that this movement continues upward, at the same time I want to see a decline, then I will not have a position. I'm not going to have an open trade because I want to see a drop to about $30, and if that doesn't happen, the game just goes on without me. What I actually mean, very important, so I will write it. I want to say that we need to plan our trades and trade our plans. When I plan, I expect some price movement. I just watch and wait patiently, and I trade my plan. I trade only if what I planned in advance happens. If the scenario changes, I prefer to skip this trade and move on to the next one. For example, AMD, my view is that this is a fourth wave somewhere here, and now we are waiting for our trigger, our confirmation to continue up. If we see such confirmation, of course. If the price goes down and disrupts my plan, then I will not open any position. The next one is AFG, American Financial Group. Let me show you. Here we have an open trade. I moved the stop to plus. As this triangle unfolded, I was waiting. I waited for my signal. I waited for a breakthrough patiently, long enough as needed, and when everything was confirmed, I opened the position. Which, as you can see, is developing perfectly. The price is moving in our direction, everything is alright here. And also, all these stocks that I've set aside in generally allows us to have just that, enough material to monitor. And here perhaps I must say that monitoring along with patience is a key part of trade. Now let's look at what happens next. Axis capital, I'm expecting some decline in price. I've drawn up my plan. Here is the supposed fourth wave of this decline. I initially expected to end here, but it's possible to see another slight rise, which will not distort the overall picture at this stage. So for now I'm just waiting, and if things are drawing the way which I want, only then will I look for a reason to enter a position. Next next is Caragor networks. I have drawn an impulsive movement. I'm waiting for the correction, of course. I later confirm all these switch indicators, and if this thing doesn't happen, this decline that I expect, then I violate my own plan. It may not happen the way I want it. I expect a correction to the area around 50 or 60 Fibo. This is what I want to see. This is what I have planned, and I will only trade if this happens. If the price goes now, it will just go on without me. In this way, we filter our signals and our positions. Then let's take a look. There was an interesting situation here at East-West Bank Corp. After this initial diagonal, in my opinion, a corrective structure was formed. I expected a breakthrough. It went well, and the question is why I don't have a position. Because I wanted to see another decline here. I wanted to reach around 60 Fibo, but with one more wave. That was not enough for me. Respectively, the price make a breakthrough. It don't happen what I want, and as you can see, let me show it. After this breakthrough here, the price continued, and I don't have an open position because I trade my plan. But here the scenarios changed. Uh, there was not enough return of the price. The analysis was correct. The price continued in the expected direction, but without me, and more importantly, I don't regret it. There was a similar situation in yes, here we have an open order on Enterprise Financial Services. In this example, as you can see, I opened a position. The ideal entry into this trade was when the market opened right here. I missed that moment. If I had called him, there would have been a much greater profit. This would be our risk, and this is the expected profit. Now it doesn't look like exactly that I want. It doesn't matter. The position is open, and now we have to see what will happen next. What we have analyzed has happened. That is, we are trading according to our own plan. And let's continue. Let's look at something else for my watch list. So, Evo payment. Here the price made an impulsive movement, and now I expect a correction. It's possible that the price directly continue to rise, but what I want to see is another drop, another wave down. Accordingly, if this doesn't happen again, I will not be part of this move. The next thing we can see is here. It was also interesting. I wanted to see another wave down, but things didn't turn out that way. If that had happened, then I would have opened a low risk order, but the price shoot up again without me. The analysis is correct, but the missed opportunity in no way has a negative effect on me. Let's say that the missed opportunity is not a loss. What else is interesting that we can look at? Yes, Harmony Gold Mining. First, I expected a fourth wave to end here. I wanted to see some confirmation to entry. I didn't find one, and accordingly the price made a new bottom. I update and move the fourth wave here, maybe. I'm waiting again, and if my idea not confirmed, there maybe we see a fall of the price, which would disturb the whole structure, but before that happens, we have prepared our analysis. We have a plan that we follow and trade it. By the way, there was an interesting situation at Intel. Here is the Intel. We see this drop in the price. The structure is clearly visible. First, second, third wave, great acceleration gap. Fourth wave doesn't overlap the territory of the first wave. Then I expected the price to fall. I didn't find a suitable reason to place my order, and then you can see how the price opened with a gap and fell without me. I just didn't find the perfect moment to enter a position. What does this actually mean? We are disciplined enough and we make our trades only when the market shows us exactly what we want to see. Let's see another chart. Joy. Yes, I talked about Joy in one of the previous videos. I have an open position. I was doing an analysis here when the triangle was developing. I moved my stop on profit, and I don't care that the price makes a return. If the price hit my stop loss, this position will not be loser. The next thing is serious logic. For example, here after this triangle, overall after this corrective phase, I consider this movement as the beginning of the resumption of the trend. I'm waiting for my correction. I want to see this correction reach around the 50 or 60 Fibo zone, where I will look for my entrance in a position. But if that doesn't happen and the price continue from that moment up, then I just will not open a trade at this stage, because I plan my trade and trade my plan. The essence of what I want to say is that we can make fewer transactions that will bring us greater success. The goal is to be focused and disciplined in our trading. The importance of the watch list. All these tools that I have put here allow me to do just that, to wait, to monitor, to observe, and most of all to filter my positions. Of these 60 tools, I will probably find only 10 that will be really good and profitable, and of these 10, maybe 3 or 4 will be opened in orders. In this way we achieve high success and respectively high profitability. Let me show you what I mean. In order to be able to achieve the success in our trades by creating our watch list, by showing patience, we doesn't open positions out of boredom, and as you can see, with minimal risk we can actually achieve a high profitability and small losses, which is very important for our long-term results. Small and rare losses and big gains. This happens when we have a large selection of instruments to trade. We observe patiently, and I miss trades that don't correspond to our analysis and plans. We filter and trade only those that meet our criteria according to our method of analysis and update our watch list. For example, do I see something here? I don't see. We move on to the next chart. Do I recognize something here? I don't recognize. And the following chart. Do I see something that is interesting? I don't see, so looking for instruments and filters them for the cleanest and best potential trades to add to your watch list. And we start making a second filter here, looking for these future trades where the market shows us exactly what we expect and want to see, where things develop differently than we want to see, we miss it and move on. In general, what we are talking about today, we will now write it and repeat it once more. I will try to say the important thing in today's lesson is that we plan our trades and trade what we have planned, and of course we have to be patient and disciplined. So plan your trade and trade your plans. So people, that is all for today, and if you visit my channel for the first time, I'll be happy to subscribe my channel, and if you want, you can comment below what you want to see next time. Maybe we make some analysis and maybe we open some trades together. Again, that is all for today. Be happy and see you next time.